today we're going to be making our own video game. And by we, I mean me. I have zero experience of making or developing games in any way, shape, or form. But thanks to today's sponsor, Astrocade, they have actually a very easy way of making your own games. So we're going to check out a few of the games that people have made on the astrocade.com website. And we're also going to have a go ourselves at making a game. Here we are on the website, and here you can see that we are met by a bunch of games that have been developed by other people. We're going to try a bunch of these out and see what kind of things we can do or have been done previously. Now, I am doing this on PC for ease of recording, but these games will also work beautifully on your phone. So if you want to check it out on your phone and play some of these games, they are like vertically made so they fit nicely on a phone and probably control nicely on a phone, but we can play them on PC, and I'm doing just that for ease of recording. So let's grab a game. Let's try Grandma Race. Welcome to Grandma's Race. We're gonna play it. Oh, okay. I click. I want to... Okay. We're grandmas on toilets. And we want to stay in the green zone. This kind of reminds me of, like, the fishing mechanic of Stardew Valley. You're kind of tapping to stay in the green, in the good zone to get that top speed for our grandma to win the grandma toilet race. Just noticing that we seem to be very small. Ah, someone threw something at me. Stop throwing stuff at me. We seem to be very small, don't we? Oh, I've clicked out of the game. We're quite small grandmas. I came second. That'll do. Oh, we've got 1,075 cookies daily. Oh, we can claim daily stuff. Oh, okay. Okay, this is giving like proper... Oh my god, we can buy stuff. This is giving proper mobile game vibes. I could spend 100 cookies on a toilet flush. Right. Okay, off we go. Boom. Oh, look at that. Look at that speed. Look at that speed. See, this would be much easier to do on your phone because you'd be able to, like, use 2 fingers. So you can push the toilet flush while you would still somewhat going at a decent speed. I have to kind of stop and then go to nothing and then suddenly speed up. Yes, Granny, we're going to win the race. 100. I spent 200 cookies on the boosts, though, didn't I? I spent 200 cookies on the boosts and I only won 100. Black cat. Summons 3 black cats while I'm doing that. I love a black cat. Boom. You've immediately got catted, everybody. Get catted, you losers. Oh, yeah. I'm so good at grandma racing. I'm so good at grandma toilet racing. Who'd have known that would be my area for expertise? Hey, we win! 33.46 seconds. Okay, well, there we go. That was Grandma's Race. So let's take a look at some other games we can play. What about Ocean Angler? That seems like a game. Time your catches perfectly as your rod swings automatically. Unlock new species every 4 levels. Okay, let's have a go at this, shall we? Right, ready? Boom. Oh, I caught a fish. I got a fish. Boom, I got a big fish. Do I want to go to the bottom? Or am I just catching as many fish as I can? I'm just catching as many fish as I can. Auto sell catches. Oh, okay. These are the fish I've caught. That makes sense. Sell all, sell all, sell all, sell all. Why don't we just buy the most expensive thing we can afford, which is a fiberglass rod? So we will buy and equip it. I should have paid attention to what the fiberglass rod did. Thinking about it, that would have made some sense. Am I auto-selling these as I'm picking them up? I am. Okay, good. Good. I'm glad I turned auto-catch, auto-sell on. Boom. We're fishing. Oh, jellyfish. How much are jellyfishes? How much for your jellyfish, sir? Jellyfish. Oh, jellyfish are bad. Did it break my rod? Oh, it broke my hook. Okay, I need hooks. Yeah, we're going to buy 2 of those and equip them. Boom. If we hit a jellyfish on the way up, is that bad? No, we're okay. Okay, good. Gonna buy the best rod I can get, which is titanium. Whoa, that went right to the bottom. I think that was a good example of Ocean Angler. Again, I wouldn't even know where to start on making these types of games. Long Night of Labubus. Okay, evil spirits can only hurt you in the light. Pick up only what's listed in the order on your tablet. Work fast and get out before your time's up, or you may never leave. Oh, okay. This one's actually using WASD. I can use WASD on this. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, scary. Scary. Ah! Doll! Baby doll! Put it back. Ah! Oh, I was murdered by a Labubu. Okay. Okay, I need to look at my orders, right? Orders. A Nintendo Switch and a baby doll. Okay. They can only hurt me in the light. Ah, I don't want it. I don't want it. Put it back. Turn the light off. Oh, I see the footprints. I see the footprints. Maybe I want to get away from the... Ah! Okay, I want to stay away from that. I mean, I can't open them unless I turn the light on is the problem. Oh, God! No, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna do one of these orders, I swear. An RC car, a toy drone, and a Nintendo Switch. 3 RC cars, 2 drones, and a Nintendo Switch. 3 RC cars, 3 RC... No, not the baby doll! I don't need the baby doll now! Oh, God, there's one. Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, that was one. Open, if you're a baby doll. Oh, it's not a thing I need. I don't need a buddy boy. I think we can open this one. Nintendo Switch, I need you. Okay, we have a Nintendo Switch in our backpack. Okie dokie, we have one of our items. God, there's so many down here. Look at them all. Look at all these. Oh, God, there was one there. Open. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. The heartbeat's going. So there we go. We can see the types of, the many different types of games that you can make here, which I really like the idea that people are making very different types of games. Before we get on to me making my own game, I just want to make you guys aware of the Astrocade Creator Ambassador platform that they have. So they have this program here where you are able to sign up, create games yourself, and there are a bunch of benefits for doing that. If you're interested in making games, whether you're just getting into it, whether you're experienced making games, this might be something of interest to you. Expressing your creativity is very important, and Astrocade make it possible to do that. Now, speaking of making it possible to do that, I think it's time that we actually get into making our own games. So I'm going to go on to create here, and we're going to have a go at designing a game. Now, the games here are designed using an AI aspect of it. Obviously, I have 0 experience of making games, so something like this is able to help me to achieve what I'm looking for, or at least enable my idea to be created into some sort of game. So how about go-kart racing game, top down, hold to accelerate controls. Let's go with that, see what it comes up with. Astrocade have given me like a whole document that can explain how best to make a game and give me examples and stuff. I'm gonna go from like a complete novice, no idea aspect first. Okay, what do you think of Kart Circuit Dash, top-down racing game where you pilot colorful go-karts on a vibrant track. Hold the screen to accelerate, release the brake, and swipe to steer. More realistic with unlockable upgrades. Let's see where it goes from here. Because I like the colorful style, but I just want to kind of challenge it a little bit more. Just challenge it. Maybe I should make it more controllable with like WASD, being as I'm on PC. That's actually a good thought I've just had. Make controls WASD for keyboard. Let's go with this. Let's have a look at what we're going to create here. Check the sidebar to see the progress of your game. Oh, okay. Your wish will be granted in 14 minutes. Okay, so we have a game in progress. We have a kart racing game in progress. All right, now I feel like we should make an entirely different type of game to test just the idea of making something else. So let's go to create and let's create another one. Should we click inspire me and see what it comes up with? Let's get those creative gears turning. What vibes are we channeling today? What vibes are we channeling? What about horror? What about a spooky game? I like a spooky game. It is the season for a spooky game. Navigate a dark, shifting labyrinth to escape a creepy entity. Okay. Solve puzzles in an abandoned mansion to seal away a cursed artifact. Okay. Survive the night in a desolate forest, avoiding unseen horrors that respond to sound. I like that one. Let's go Whispering Woods. This is really cool. I like the idea. Look, I know, like, some people don't like AI, right? Some people have this thing with AI that they are entirely against it. And I agree to some aspect Like, you don't want to replace everyone with AI. But in a way to like produce something that I have no ability to do and would take me so long to learn how to do this. And I'm not saying that the people that do learn how to program this yourself and do it yourself is wasted. But for someone like me that I don't have time to learn these things, but it's something fun for me to do, something I enjoy doing, being creative and showing my creativity in a new way, having access to something like this that can help me with that is super, super useful. So I really enjoy the idea. That your objective is to survive until dawn, stealthily moving, managing your noise, finding temporary safe havens. Yeah, make it. My wish will be granted. Right, well, that game's working. We actually have the kart racing game to play. Oh, what has happened here? It's going to take a little tweaking, I think. I think it's going to take a little tweaking. So I've been away working on my games overnight so that I can show you guys exactly the kind of thing that you can produce with a little bit of time. Now, this is only overnight, so imagine that you can put in a lot more time, effort, and tweaking to get your games exactly how they want. But I'm really impressed and happy with how my games have come out so far, and I think they're a really good example to show you something that you can make. We'll start off with my kart racing game called Kart Circuit Dash. It's come a long way, and there's certainly a lot more that I could add to it, that I could edit, that I could implement into the game, and that's really cool. It's really, really cool, and I've really enjoyed the process of doing all of this. For starters, you can see here, I have made a sort of nice looking landing menu page, which I like. We have the parts shop here, which has a bunch of upgrades that you can add to your kart to make them better. Again, I haven't really delved too far into this bit because this is something you would work on, but I like the idea of it. I like the idea of being able to improve your kart, make it better. There's a reason to continue playing kind of deal. We also have a settings menu, which has the number of laps you can change, and the AI difficulty, which is a nice green, orange, red traffic light system that you can easily select what kind of level of AI you want to play against, which I really like and I think is a really cool idea. Shall we play the game? So the game basically works like this. This is the game, and what you do is you drive around to randomly put checkpoints on the map. That is how this game works. So every lap, it will randomly put checkpoints down in random areas, and you have to then race to go through those checkpoints as quickly as possible. I have 3 karts. I'm the little red kart. You can see that it has a little smoke effect when I drive around, which I think is really cool. The controls work really well with WASD. You've got these little power-ups that you can grab that give you a little boost that make you go a little bit faster. There's also a damage indicator, which I added to the game. So if you crash into a wall, for example, boom, it bounces you off, but you get damage. So if you do 3 hits to a wall of any kind, it says repair, and then you have to wait a little bit before your car is repaired and back to full functioning status. I really like how this has come out. I really think this is really cool, right? Initially, I tried to make it sort of a track that you'd follow around, but then that just made it too samey every time. So I decided to go with more of the fact that they would put random checkpoints down, because I think that works better. Every time is a little bit different, just adds a little bit more variety and fun to the game, I think. Now, like I said, this is very basic, but I think it's come out really well. Now, when I started creating this game, for starters, the karts moved sideways. They didn't face the correct way. Now, all the go-karts drive and face the correct way, so they actually look like go-karts. I like the little smoke effect that I added. That was kind of a late addition that I added, but it was really good. Now, there was, you know, a few bugs and things that you need to tweak out, and that's why I wanted to spend time to make sure that I got these done. There was weird things like the controls would be wonky, or, you know, for some reason, occasionally you'd pick up a power-up and then you'd go like 1 billion miles an hour and glitch out. That's now all fixed. I focused on one circuit as well because it did initially give me 2 circuits, and I thought that was a bit too much to work on. I'd rather just focus on getting it working on one track, and then it would be easier to implement into further tracks in the future if I wanted to. I know you don't necessarily follow the track and you are kind of driving over what appears to be kind of like a mat, but in a way, I kind of like that. It's kind of like in your childhood when you'd have like the little car mat that you'd drive around on with your little toy cars. It's kind of that deal. It's a flat mat and you're just driving over it. And I kind of like that. That's kind of cute. If you looked back through all this, I've spent a long time going back and forth with the AI and reverting to past builds and stuff like that to improve and work on. I had a really fun time with it. So that's Kart Circuit Dash. If you want to play it, it is live right now on Astrocade, so you can go check it out. But like I said, just a little demo here that I've made. If we go over to my other game here, Whispering Woods. So you can see I have 2 versions of Whispering Woods right now. That's because after some tweaking, playing around, trying to work on the game, I actually decided I wanted to go a completely different route with Whispering Woods. And so I sort of made the game again. I went to create and started again from scratch with the same prompt, but I sort of knew more what I wanted and I tweaked the prompt a little bit. Now, I haven't worked quite as much on this. I made sure it worked and functioned and did a few little tweaks to the game. But from the first build that it created from the prompt, this game has changed a lot. You can see here that it did this, and we initially were going for like a top-down kind of deal. Some of it worked. I tried to add an inventory system, which I think was a little bit early in the process. I really should have got the game working first and had a better idea of what I wanted the game to be before I tried to add anything like that. So I have removed that from the final game. But in the beginning, it started off as a very, very basic top-down little dot moving around with some blobs that came out of it. It wasn't exactly what I was envisaging. So I spent a long time working on this, tweaking it, changing it, and then in the end I decided, actually, now that I kind of know more what I want from this game, I'm going to start fresh and create Whispering Woods how I'm imagining it a little bit better. So if we go to the other Whispering Woods game, you can see that I have improved the game a heck of a lot. Now we've got a bunch of game settings we can edit here: item count, time limit, spirit speed, so that's the enemy, the spirit, fog density, forest density, CRT intensity. I like the style of the CRT that came up in the process of tweaking with the initial Whispering Woods game that I was playing around with. And so I decided to keep that in because I really like that aesthetic. So again, you can see here that I still have done a bit of work on this, but it came out with a much better, from my initial prompt being better. If we go up here, a first-person CRT horror game where the player must walk through the Whispering Woods to collect 5 haunted items. I'd got more of an idea of what I wanted. I wanted more of a first-person game than a top-down now, and I knew my kind of aesthetic that I wanted, so it came up with a much better initial build that I then worked on. I improved the spirit that follows you around. I improved it so when you collect items, it gets a little bit faster, so the game gets a little bit harder to do. I changed the sprint mechanic so that you have a sprint, but it will deplete as you use it and then will rebuild when you're not using it. I also added the controls so that WASD worked, so that I can play it on the PC and show you guys through the PC. But as you can see here, it has controls that would work on a mobile if you're playing on a phone. In the end, I haven't tweaked this super much because I think my initial prompt was just better. I learned a lot from my working on the initial Whispering Woods version. And now we have this. We can play it here. So we can turn, and these are the items that we need to collect. These floating sort of, I was going to say orbs, but they're not orbs. Now, there is a spirit that's chasing us. Now, if we find him, there he is. He's just a purple blob. He does have some scary sound effects, which I really like, and you can run away from him. And you want to collect these. Now, when you collect these, you walk up to them. I like the way that the lighting works and stuff. So when we collect these, it gets a little bit faster in chasing us. And we run around and we grab these little orbs, and he will get much faster, and we have to complete grabbing all the orbs in the amount of time. I like the atmosphere the game gives. Like, it's got the little Tweety birds in the background and stuff. He's still following me, isn't he? Yep, he's right there. I like this. This is really cool. I could see, like, this is very much based on a kind of Slender kind of design, which I really liked. It's got a little splash screen that says all items collected, and it says how long it took you to complete the game. Now, again, this is a very, very early prototype build that I have created here of what could be a very, very fun, enjoyable game. Again, it is Slender-esque in its approach and its gameplay and stuff like that. But I really like it. I like the little owls and the bird sound effects that the game has added. Again, from my initial prompt, knowing better what I wanted, I'm able to produce a much better version of the game, I think. Now, where's the monster scary? Oh, he got me! Well, there we go. We got a little game over screen that says Caught by Spirit. Again, very, very simple in its concept, but I really like it. Like, I would never, like, how long would it take me to actually be able to learn and program that, and being able to use something like Astrocade to have an idea in my head and put it on the page, if you will. Oh, it's so great. It's such a great system, and the use of AI as a tool here to be able to do that means that I'm able to be more creative in different ways that I wouldn't be able to be creative previously because I have no experience or knowledge in game creation. So being able to make these cool little fun little games, I really like. And I have many ideas of other games that I actually am like, dude, I'd like to make that. That seems like a fun little game. Whether it's just like a little time-wasty game that, you know, you sat on the toilet and you just play a little bit and you see if you can get a high score or whatever. I've got plenty of ideas for games, and I might play around more with Astrocade to do that. I definitely want to show this to my daughter as well, because she's now 13. She plays a few games and that. And I'm thinking this is great for somebody who kind of wants to make it but doesn't have the skills to make it, like me, but she's young, so, you know, it gives her a way to sort of play around and make things, and then maybe gives her that idea that I really like this and I want to get more into, you know, making games. Maybe that is a future thing that she'd be interested in. So I really like this as a concept, as a tool to use to be able to do this. And like I said, there's so many people that are making games on here, and it's really cool to see what everyone creates, and they're so different. And you can tell from like the 2 different games that I've made, even just overnight, they are very different games that work very differently, that have very different assets and aspects and gameplay features and stuff like that. And it's so cool that so many different things can be made here in Astrocade. So I highly recommend that you go check it out. There will be a link in the description. Like I said, go and sign up for their ambassador program. It's got some really cool features, which I think is worth getting into, and it might be something that I look into myself. If I'm going to continue making games, may as well join up to the ambassador program. Huge thank you to Astrocade for sponsoring this video. It is such a cool thing that I'm able to play around with and make a video on and share with you guys. So hopefully you guys will find this interesting and go and make your own games on Astrocade, because it's really, really fun and really cool. I really enjoyed it. It's a great little creative outlet for me. Completely different creative outlet I didn't even know I had the option to play with, which is game making. So that's really cool. Big thank you to you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'd love to see some of the creations that you guys come up with. So if you are going to make some games in Astrocade, please drop me a link so I can play them. I'd love to do that. Maybe we'll make a second video of me checking out a bunch of games that you guys have made. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.